Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Songbirds Creations, Crochet, and More. My name is Margaret, and I would like to welcome you into the Songbirds Nest. How is everybody today? I am doing very well. I hope you all have a good cup of coffee and are ready to hang out and chat. My hair is just absolutely wild this morning. Don't know what it's doing. I brushed it. I really did. Good morning, Lana. Good morning, Arity. Welcome in. Glad to see you guys. You ready for doggy slobber? Oh, goodness. So how are you guys this morning? Good to see you up so early on a Saturday to come hang out with me. I appreciate you. Good morning, Grammy Rita. Welcome in. Good to see you. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Good morning, baby. Good morning, Camille. Welcome in. Good to see you. Well, Arity, you got to sleep sometime, girl. We all need sleep. Good morning, Tank. How are you today? How are you feeling? Marianne, did you sneak in here without me seeing you? So what are you all up to today? Anything exciting and fun? Got any big plans for the weekend? My big plan for the weekend is that, oh, okay. Well, good morning, Marianne. Sorry I didn't see you, Twinnie. My big plan for the weekend is that I am going to be in a guest spot at the Stitcherhood tonight on Camille's channel. We're going to be all hanging out and stitching together on our Stitcherhood blankets. So please come join in if you'd like. That is going to be at, Camille, help me here. What time? Seven Central, okay. So 8 Eastern, I will be here. So please come join us. Come join in the fun. We always have a lot of fun on Camille's channel. I hear my dogger Wogger just came in. He and the hubby went for an early outing this morning. Good morning, Icy. I haven't seen you in days. Come here, come see me. Where have you been? He would not come in last night. He decided it was warm enough that he wanted to stay out in his doghouse all night, and nothing I could do would convince him to come in the house. So he slept out for the first night of the season last night. Morning. Good morning, Bugabug. How are you? Huh? How are you doing? I don't have no treats here. I'd give you a treat if I had any. Maybe you can convince Shokri to bring me some. No, not really, Lana. It kind of depends on the weather. I mean, if the weather is really nice, yeah, he will choose to stay out. He has a nice doghouse outside, so it's not like he doesn't have a warm spot to hang out. You want to get me some treats for him, please? Well, if he's going to do it. So while I was sitting here this morning, because I've been sitting here for about an hour, so I finished my Mobius wrap, and now, thank you, I see. I am starting on a hat to match it. So I'm going to make a bucket hat with a brim to match it up. So I can, what I'm thinking is probably the wrap I will end up wearing more like a cowl style scarf. So something like more like this, color of my coat. Can't really see it very well. So like that. All right, come on, camera. Focus, focus, focus. Camera doesn't want to focus. So yeah, I'll probably wear it kind of like this, like a cowl, and then have a hat to match it. Thank you, Marianne. Very easy. It's just V-stitch, back and forth rows. So about as easy as it can get. Okay. Take a bit. Good morning, Helix. Welcome in. Good to see you. You guys, everybody, after my live, Helix will be going live. And y'all should come hang out with us over there when my live is done. You're working on a triangle shawl in rounds, didn't want to do the back and forth. Yeah, Marianne, I can see that sometimes. Triangle scarf will definitely get big a lot quicker doing it in rounds rather than doing it in back and forth rows. You guys, I do want to remind you, if you have not already given to Lexi's GoFundMe page, please do if you're able. Anything that you can give does help. We have not quite reached the goal on that, so I know we have an amazing Yarny community here that is very giving, and we help each other out when we need it. And right now is the time when Lexi's family needs it. So if you are able, please do go to her GoFundMe link, which is posted on my channel. I do have a post with the link in there. If you could go to that link, and in fact, Tank, if you're able, could you post that link up here for me? If you can't, I know you can't post the link for the GoFundMe, but if you could post the link to the post that has the link, that would be great. Good morning, Julianne. How are you doing? Good morning, Amber. How are you all doing today? Good morning, Tammy. The GoFundMe link itself, I would have to go to the GoFundMe page and click the share button and all that. But you can go to my post that's on my channel and just post the link for the post itself that has the GoFundMe link. Ah, you finished another bag yesterday, huh, Amber? Cool, cool. You are the bag lady these days. I used to collect all kinds of bags, and I told my mother one time that I was a bag lady, and she kind of shook her head and laughed and said, "You said it, I didn't." Right? Definitely worse things she could be, for sure. Being a bag lady is not that bad of a deal. Thank you, Lana. I appreciate you. So what Lana posted is my post that has the GoFundMe link for Lexi's GoFundMe page. Please, if you're able to help out, any amount whatsoever helps. Oh, thank you, Tank. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and pin that. Oh. All right, there we go. Arity, lucky you, 3-day weekend. That's always a good weekend. Arity has a holiday on Monday, which not many of us share unless you live or have lived in the Chicago area. It's kind of it's an Illinois holiday, which is called Casimir Pulaski Day. I hope I said that right. Good morning, Kim. Welcome in. Yes, he was a Polish general, and He is credited with starting the first American cavalry. He was quite the horseman, and so he trained cavalry soldiers. So you guys, my fast is going pretty good. I did have to break it the other day. I was not feeling well at all. I kept kind of a migraine headache going pretty much all day long. It was not a fun day at all, so my hubby told me to go ahead and break my fast and have a cup of coffee and some aspirin or something. So I took his advice and I did. Unfortunately, it really didn't help. I didn't get over with the headache until late in the evening, but I did finally feel better. And when I woke up yesterday, I felt great. So, Tank, yes, you are very welcome to post your birthday parties. Yes, Mishi has a birthday party upcoming, and so does Tank. So, if y'all would like to hang out with them at their birthday parties, Tank will be putting the links for that up. She's going to have giveaways, okay. You know, I do enjoy doing giveaways, but I have to say, I kind of feel like it's funny that we as creators do giveaways on our birthday. We're giving everybody else the gifts, but I get it. It is fun to give. It really is. If I was rich, I would do lots of giveaways because I do enjoy giving stuff away. I just can't do it quite as often as I would like to. Postage just seems to be getting more and more outrageous all the time. Like everything else in this country seems to be doing. I agree, Tank. Makes the heart grow bigger. I agree. And it's fun giving to somebody else and seeing them get to enjoy what you gave them. Oh. So the hat is getting bigger. It's not going to take me very long to whip up this hat. At least 2 boxes of love. So I'm hoping midway through one stitcher hood blanket, I've got to measure it to finish one last row, and then I'm going to measure it and see where I'm at. I'm doing it with the Mandala Gradient in Burgundy. And Tank, I totally understand that. Whenever I ship out yarn, my hubby is not upset with me. He is, however, upset with me when he sees new packages coming in the door. So I try not to show him the new packages that are coming in the door. Sometimes I don't have a choice. He goes out on the porch and finds them before I get there. What can you do? But anyway, I was saying I'm doing this stitcher hood blanket in the Burgundy Mandala Gradient, and over the course of time I had bought several cakes of it. Walmart kept having it on a decent sale. It was like $5.97 a cake, and so I kept grabbing whatever they had out on the shelf every time I'd go. So I ended up with 8 cakes of it, and I had thought I was going to make myself a sweater with it. I didn't end up doing that, and decided to do a stitcher hood blanket with it instead. And then I am adding a plain pink Caron 1-pound yarn into the mix. So I found out that 6 of the cakes were the same dye lot, and 2 of them are not, and they have very light, almost white centers. So I got to thinking about it. Well, I thought I only had 1 of them, and then I discovered that I actually had a second one that was real light in the center too. So what I decided I'm going to do is use those 2 cakes for the absolute center of the blanket, and then work the gradient back down from there. Because what I'm doing is I started with a dark side, worked to the light, worked in some of the Caron pink, then started from a light side, worked to the dark on the next cake. On the 3rd cake, I worked from dark to light again. So now I'm back to the stripe of the Caron. And then I'm going to go from light to dark and dark to light again for the center of the blanket. So, yeah. I see. Where did he go? He left without having all his treats. I see. Tammy, we understand if you don't have the money. It's totally understandable. I was not able to donate a whole lot to it myself. Yeah, I'm on a fixed income and unfortunately not fixed bills, so I have to pay them first, and then whatever I have left, if I'm lucky enough to have some left, gets to be my play money. So we totally understand. Your heart is there, but the pocketbook isn't always. I get it. That's why I do enjoy things where I can donate, you know, small gifts of yarn and things like that, because, you know, I have a lot of yarn, so that's something I can give away with no problem. But yeah. And then I do have a um, a charity that our local coffee house works with. Usually they do a drive once a year where they try to collect hats, mittens, and scarves um, for the closet over there. This charity, it's not really a shelter. It's a place for women and children to go and hang out and have a hot meal, a warm place to stay, you know, some place for the kids to play a little bit. Um, and then they have a clothing closet that people donate clothing to. And the women that get services at this charity can go and choose clothing items from the closet. And so we try and stock them up every winter with new hats and scarves and mittens and things like that. So yeah, it's a really good charity. The funny thing about it is it's called St. Margaret's House. No affiliation. Yeah, when I finally get my stuff together, I am going to sort out my closet and try to donate a lot more stuff to them. Um, I have way too many clothes that a lot of them I don't even wear. Um, I have 2 clothes racks in the basement that are mainly my clothing, and I barely look at it, let alone wear it. Sometimes I'll go down because I'll think of um, something that I haven't seen in a while, and I'll go down and, yeah, usually it's in those clothes racks down there. And I can wear it again, but yeah, I have way too many clothes, so it is time to cut back. A flower blossom blanket does sound very pretty, and I would love to see it. Excuse me. You can send it on mine, Tammy. Oh, yay, Marianne. That's so cool. Doesn't it make you feel all nice and warm inside when they enjoy what you give them? Okay, I believe Lana passed. All right. Oh, wow. Can you guys see that? I don't think the colors are probably showing up as well as they should, but that is a picture of the blanket. That is absolutely gorgeous. The colors in it looks like a kind of a rose, kind of a denim blue. Maybe is that, I'm not sure if it's gray or white, and then a lavender. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yep, I would snuggle under that. Bitty stripes. Ah, okay. That's one yarn that I have not had a chance to work with yet. I think it's Mary Maxim has a blanket made with bitty stripes that kind of does chevrons of the color, and you crochet, from what I'm getting, you crochet each chevron separately and then join them at the end, and it looks like a gorgeous blanket. I think I would really enjoy making one of those. Grapey? Okay, cool. Yeah, ding, it's my phone. My messenger going off. Ah, okay, Tank. Your two blankets. Ooh. This is one of Tank's blankets, if I can go the right way with it, that she is working on. That is beautiful. Is that both blankets in the same picture, Tank? Like a stitch sampler blanket? Is that what you're saying? That is awesome. Okay. So I guess it was two pictures and two blankets in the picture. That is really pretty. You'll need to come to the Stitcherhood tonight and you will be able to see the blanket that I'm working on. One of them anyway, the one that I'm closest to being done with. Um, yeah, so come hang out with us at the Stitcherhood over on Camille's channel, and I will show you all the blanket that I'm working on. Sometime today I've got to do taxes. Hubby finally got his W-2 from the school, so we got to sit down and do those today. I really need to teach him how to do them, since I really no longer have to do them. Since I get Social Security, I don't have to pay taxes, but of course, when I sit down and do them, I usually can get them done with within just a few minutes, because it's anymore the tax software is so easy to use that it doesn't take more than 10 or 15 minutes to do taxes. Oh yeah, Julianne, you probably got a lot to do with all your business stuff you've got going on, don't you? Yeah, definitely more to do. I get it. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. If you have a loss, that does definitely help out, be less income to pay taxes on. I'm sorry if I'm real quiet this morning, guys. I'm just still a little on the sleepy side. Could probably easily lay down and sleep another hour or two. But actually, I will probably watch Helix's live and then do the taxes and lay down and sleep until time for Camille's live later on. Well, I've got to go and good morning, Gloria. Welcome in. Good to see you. I've got to cook supper before send another picture. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I really like that one, Tank. I like the colors in that one. That's so pretty. Um, yeah, I've got to fix supper before I get on the live with Camille and Helix and Lori this evening. I'll probably have time to cook and break my fast before that live stream starts, so that would be good. I'll be well fed and in a good mood. I am making what's called doner kebab tonight. For anybody that's familiar with gyros, it kind of is on the order of that. It's real simple. You basically just take ground lamb and ground beef, mix them together with some spices and some yogurt and some olive oil, mix them up together real good, and and you put them in between 2 sheets of parchment paper and roll it out as thin as you can with the rolling pin, and it will pretty much spread out and fill up, a big sheet of parchment paper. And then you roll up the parchment paper kind of into kind of a sausage looking thing with, with the meat in between the 2 pieces of paper, and you bake it. And once it's done baking, of course, you peel the parchment paper off, and then you have these really thin pieces of meat that you can shred up and use in a sandwich or however you want to. Now, the guy he did a short on YouTube showing how he does this. And when he did it, he tore the meat up into pieces, like sandwich-sized pieces. And then he used like a torch. They have those little butane torches that you can use in the kitchen for like browning sugar or, whatever. He used it to brown the meat. I have one of those torches, but I'm not going to use it in the kitchen. So I just put it on my flat top skillet or my flat top griddle and browned it that way. I've got a non-stick flat top griddle that is really good for browning up meat. So I put it on there and browned it up, and it was absolutely yummy. So I'm looking forward to making that this evening. My hubby really enjoyed it the last time I made it, and he said the other night he was hungry for lamb again, so I figured that was a good way to make him and his tummy happy. I've actually lost a couple of pounds since I've been fasting. I'm kind of wondering if eating like this might not be a bad idea for me to continue. I won't do the total fast like I'm doing now, which is, not eating or drinking anything from sunrise to sunset. But I could handle doing the not eating part, sunrise to sunset. Now that I've gotten used to it, it really isn't hard to do. Thank you for the hearts. Tank, I'm sorry to hear your microwave went out. Shoot, if you lived close to me, girl, I've got a microwave in the basement, and I've got one and possibly maybe 2 out in the garage that I need to have a garage sale this spring and try and get that garage cleaned out. Got so much stuff out there. I used to have a flea market booth, and I wasn't being able to take real good care of my flea market booth and take care of my mother at the time. So the flea market booth, needless to say, had to go. So everything got carted back home and put out in the garage with all the other stuff that we have stored out there. So my garage is kind of an absolute mess. think I've got enough increases done on the hat now, so now I'm going to start working down the crown of it to where I will start the brim. Oh, you don't like lamb, Tank? I love lamb. I like lamb better than I like beef, actually. You started fasting last week? Okay. Are you doing like intermittent fasting, or what are you doing, Kim? Wow, Tank, that's a good microwave. The microwave I have in my kitchen, I have no idea how old it is. It's built in, and I just shudder to think if it ever decides to fritz out on me. Working on the body of Lizzie's dragon, and you're going a wee bit rogue. Hey, well, you know, you're good enough with the Ammies that you can go as rogue as you want to, and I'm sure it will be fine. An 18.6. Okay. Whew, that's a long day of fasting. Even my day of total fasting is what, just over, well, between 12 and 13. Of course, I find that when I break my fast, I usually get full enough that that's my meal for the day. I don't usually want to eat again. We are able to get up and eat if we want to before the sun rises. I think I've done that once. So good morning. What's the point? You're crocheting a skirt right now. Cool. Tank, you don't like beef either unless it's a good ribeye. Well, yeah, there's definitely something to be said for a good ribeye. Ribeyes are pretty awesome. Yeah, Kim, fasting can make you feel really good once your body kind of adapts to it. Lana, I agree that lamb can be good or it can be horrible. Lamb is usually better when it's young. That way it doesn't get the gamey flavor that mutton tends to get. What's the point? If you're talking to me, I am working on the crown of a hat. I'm going to make it into a bucket hat. I just finished making a Mobius wrap. And so I decided to make a bucket hat to wear along with it. Yeah, this yarn is gorgeous. It's a yarn that's no longer made, unfortunately, because I really do love it and wish I could still get it. It's called Bumbo Moonlight. It was a yarn that hubby used to carry, and when they had it, I bought, oh, I don't know, I bought probably 6 or 7 of the colorways that they had. And so this just happens to be one of them. It's a gorgeous self-striping yarn. And so this is the last of this colorway that I've got. And then I am also working on a shawl that looks like leaves and is in autumn colors. Same kind of yarn with the sparkly thread in it. So it's going to be really pretty when it's done. Lana, pretty much, yeah. I mean, it pretty much covers them. It's got all the peacock colors in it, so yeah. So, yeah, when this hat is done, it will have the sturdy brim, the wired brim like this one does. This is a hat I made with some cotton last summer, and I think I used a tutorial from Juan the Yarn Addict for this one, and I just love it, and I always get compliments on it whenever I wear it out of the house. So yes, I really do enjoy making hats. They're fun. But I like bucket style hats, but I don't like a floppy brim down in my face. So I found some wire that I had around the house that was perfect to make a nice stiff. Actually, this is, are you talking about this yarn, Tank, in the hat? Or are you talking about the one that I'm making this hat with? I do like the Unforgettable yarns. I've used them a time or two. Yeah, Tank, I like putting a wire in the brim. Oh, the Mobius? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it kind of does look like an Unforgettable, except it has it's a lot finer than the Unforgettable. This is like a one weight, so it is. Hi, Latasha. Nice to meet you. Latasha, you should subscribe and come back again. Put your notifications on. I will, with my hair and my shirt, this is actually a caftan. It's like a fleece floor length caftan. Very, very comfortable. Bumbo, yeah, it's Bumbo Moonlight is what this is. And yes, the hat does match well with my hair and the caftan. Probably because it's some of my favorite colors. Thank you, Latasha. Yeah, this is a bucket hat I made last summer. And as I was saying, I don't like floppy brims down in my face. So I found some wire that I had around the house and decided to crochet around it to finish off the edge of the hat so that it wouldn't flop down. So, and I still have another piece of that wire that I'm going to use on this hat that I'm currently making. Crocheting a purple dinosaur. How fun. Yeah, Lana, the yarn company that made this yarn was called Bumbo. So the name of the yarn was Bumbo Moonlight. Next week, I've got some more yarn coming to make a shawl. Like I need another project, but it's dark blue and then goes into a golden yellow. How long have I been crocheting, Latasha? I have been crocheting over 50 years. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I've been crocheting ever since I was about 8 years old, and I'm now 64. So I'm going to let you do the math. I've been crocheting longer than a lot of people have been alive, I guess. When I was a kid, my mom taught me to knit and crochet and sew. And out of the three of them, I mean, I still do knit, but it's not nearly as much my favorite as crocheting, and then sewing would come a close third on that. So, um, I'm not bad at it. I can do it pretty well when I decide to do it, but I I guess I'm a little bit more instant gratification kind of girl. So crochet just moves a whole lot faster for me than knitting does. So yeah, I usually stick to the crochet. Now, actually, I did buy some yarn, which I still haven't located. I know it's over here in my pile of stuff. Um, I bought some yarn from Camille that I want to cake up, and I have a feeling that I don't have enough for for a whole sweater. So I'm thinking I've got to um, add some other. I've got some other merino wool yarn that I'm going to use along with it, and I'd like to see if I can't get a knit sweater out of it. Latasha, what I normally crochet, I crochet a little bit of everything and anything. I mean, I I just love to crochet. So um, I crochet blankets. I have crocheted tons of blankets. I like to crochet wearables real well. Excuse me, my throat is going. I love to crochet sweaters, and I've crocheted skirts, um, ponchos, coats. Um, yeah, I have crocheted a lot of different things over the years. Yes, Tank, I know. You're going to be in the 64 crowd. Well, you guys, we are at an hour. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate it. We are at an hour, so it is time to head over to Lexi's if you feel like it. Um, that's where I'm headed. So I hope to see you all there. And I hope that you will have a wonderful day. And then don't forget that Camille's Stitcherhood get together is tonight at 7 Central on Camille's channel. So if you're around and want something to do, come join us over in the Stitcherhood. I'm going to be a guest on their Stitcherhood panel tonight. So see you all tomorrow morning, 9:30, right here, same time, same channel. Have a wonderful day. Do the things you love. Be with the people you love. And until next time, bye-bye.